My name is Agbaje Ohixola, and I coordinate the network of people living with HIV/AIDS in Ekiti State, Nigeria. It's a rural area, and in Ekiti we have about 23,000 people living with HIV, with majorly women and children, and in the rural communities, mostly in the rural community. We started working with people with HIV/AIDS in 1999, and it's been hard supporting women and children in the state because it's a rural community with little resources. And the state has 5 support groups of people with HIV with children, and just 2 years ago we have a support from the Global Fund, OVC support, educational support for children, and psychosocial support and nutritional support from Global Fund under the half as the PR, and Life Care as the sub-recipient. And though it's been very difficult supporting women because in my community women do a lot of farm work, and the men as depending on the women. It's the women working for the men in my community, the women paying school fees for their children, and we have so many. We also have so many widows that have no husband and with their children. So what we do is we network with SACA, the State Agency for the Control of AIDS, which gives little support, nutritional support. But recently, with the coming of BC Fayemi as the chairperson of SACA, of the State Agency for the Control of AIDS, the SACA chairperson released about 2.5 million every quarter, every 3 months, for the support of nutritional support and skill acquisition for women. And we used to purchase skill acquisition materials for the women, which they use, such as a sewing machine, hairdressing machine, provisions, things like deep freezer for women that sells minerals, and etc. etc. For the children, we have positive children. We have about on my list we have about 200 positive women. Some of them accessing treatment. Some maybe because of the stigma or because of because their parents refuse their children coming out to access treatment, refuse to go for treatment in the service providing centers. But we have a lot of them enrolled at the 5 treatment centers across the state. And with the support of the government, it really has been very, 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 very interesting. But what we have a few volunteers. The volunteers are very few because when you want volunteerism, what they say is that you just have to provide stipends for transportation, and that is not available. So people don't really volunteer again in my community because they too they have dependents. They have dependents that they feed. So what they will tell you is that if they volunteer to do this work for you, we will feed their own family. So it's very difficult getting volunteers to do home visits, and to do counseling for orphans and vulnerable children.